And welcome back, SpeedGaming. Everyone who is joining us. This is game 2 of Audraxys versus mm2 NES cartridge in the semifinals of the Mystery Dash tournament. And currently, MM2 won a close but relatively clean game 1. So yeah, Audra's gonna have to maybe make some changes in their strategy, or see what works out better for them. But still, of course, both these runners extremely top tier. I think it's anyone's game. And yep, my name is Plums, fishing build tracking, and joined by DJ Webb. And how are you doing after that? Seeing that first game?
I'm doing good. Got a nice little snack in there in between games. Excited to see how game 2 plays out. We'll see if the randomizer gives us something similar, something extremely different. I think I mentioned it a little bit at the top that Chozo area hasn't exactly been the most kind to Audra this tournament. Actually, I think I remember this in the race room. I think there was a bit of a false start, but we didn't gain any information there. So I think we should actually be underway here pretty soon. And then, yeah. But yeah, as stated, definitely hoping for something different on her side. For M2, again, I think he's mostly been fine with like anything that isn't vanilla map mostly, but yeah, here we are underway in game 2, and we once again don't have a starter charge. It's pretty unlikely, and it's happened twice in a row here. Also, don't have countdown once again, so
Yep.
So far, no different from last seed, but very unlikely to get something like that similar twice in a row, given all of the different parameters that are possible in these mystery seeds. So we'll have to see how this one turns out. Maybe we could go major minor instead of Chozo. We could get different bosses. But yeah, see what the randomizer throws at us, and like you said, if there's any change ups, if there's any different philosophies, if anyone's just deciding to play better. It's anything's possible here in game 2, as our morph is vanilla, so we're still unsure about our item split. Always possible.
Yeah, I believe M2 usually goes across. Like he's gonna does that first.
Yeah, he's an E-Tank room firster, and Audra's definitely an Alpha Peeps firster. But we're back in Chozo.
Wow.
And that is actually
Super
the
again.
same item. I doubt we're gonna get bombs though. Yeah, I did have my first series of the playoffs had a weird scenario where not only did I had double full count up, but it was also 5-0 in both criterias. So it can be a little weird when you don't necessarily when you're feeling like the seed is exactly what you just played. But we are once again in Chozo. We once again don't have any power bombs here early, but we don't have an E-Tank this time. Couple of missiles and a super. And also none of those regular bombs, so we're just going to be headed to Bomb Terizo.
Yep,
gonna have some sort of logical projection.
Yep.
Whether that be a bomb breakable item, or if area is on, Chozo Super is a possible progression item there. But yeah. Cleaner deboost this time makes this lead basically just the Moonfall thus far. Let's see what this seed throws at us. Wall jump climbs on both sides. Very, very clean for him too. Right until I open my mouth.
Yeah. That's interesting. I think I've seen that bonking very often.
Yeah, different ways that people do the endings. It can definitely be just a little bit tricky, and as always, regardless of how you do that room, it's extremely, extremely technically demanding.
Yeah.
We're here at the Bomb Terizo, our next Chozo location. And there it is.
Okay, well, I mean, at least I'm glad it confirms the area rando.
Yeah, twice in a row, Chozo area. We are feeling very deja vu right now here. Are going to be headed to the right of the landing site. And logically or otherwise, this is the only way forward in this
Yep.
seed. Be interested to see if either runner elects to ship save here. M2 is a yes, and Audra is a no.
That's. I'm actually a little surprised. I did not think M2 would save there.
You have to be
Like,
worried about the crabs here,
yeah.
but dealt
I
with
feel like
those
we just
crabs.
played so many seeds, like you just have the same exact setup in the crab room.
As long as
Like I just tend to do a
you
pause or fall to the side, just make sure I don't get blind sniped.
but we are
And
into
red
red
tower,
tower
it's
here.
expected.
Yeah,
Normally it's that or
drop
like
down here.
maybe green brin once in a while.
And that is not the most
Not
useful
power.
item we've ever seen.
Yep.
And yeah, again, we're gonna stay on this linear path. And
Yep.
that stop for the save, Audra has pulled up ahead ever so slightly here. And like you said, there's not a ton of places where we can get progression here. It's basically Green Brinstar and Business Center are like the only
Yep.
like destinations we can
That
go other
yeah,
places,
that
but
one
that would just
portal
be for
too.
traversal.
Yeah. Looks like good. Oh, okay. Well, this is fun.
Yeah, like I said, we didn't have to get there
Yeah.
immediately. We just had to get there eventually, and
Yep.
this is not immediate. We are going to fall down West Meridia, and now we have a save. I think I expect him to also take it
Yeah.
because
I
again,
like
near
this little
Meridia,
farm. Yeah.
these enemies do a ton of damage,
Because I think
and
the
you
fish
are
are.
ooh,
Oh, I think they were trying to morph in there.
yeah, definitely wanted that little check there, and
Yeah, I know
nice
the fish does
Kago.
80. Yep.
It's a nice Kago. M2 actually wasn't even trying to do that check, but yeah, I actually like that check. You can get a little. I mean, Powerbomb or an E-Tank will both be pretty good there, but we're not gonna know what that is. We're just gonna be headed again towards our destination, and Green Brinstar is potentially that destination. However, as you see, Audra is gonna back out of there. From that direction, you can actually only get Spore Spawn logically.
hmm
However, you hope to get minor power bombs and kind of negate that. And you're
Oh,
gonna
wait, we're
die
gonna hit
here.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's
The
unfortunate timing.
iframes exist on the reload,
Yeah,
but they don't exist on the initial save. So yeah.
that's kind of funny. Just save at the wrong time. Waste a bit of time there.
Yeah, coming in here, you either need to be really fast, or you need to kill things, or you need
Yeah,
to wait
okay,
a
yeah.
lot longer.
Yeah, there.
So, yeah, curious how this works out. And there's Turian.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, again, more than likely, at least logically, it wants us to just go kill Spore Spawn and get some kind of
Yep.
bomb or power bomb. But we'll see if the miners bail us out here in Green Brinstar. Thus far, no. And we'll also see Meridian map once again.
Oh, this could be.
It's an
This could
yeah.
be
This is an
logical.
alternate option. You can't get back up, of course, unless you get gravity down here. But we do have a way out. There's back to criteria, and Audra's gonna continue to get this information. M2 didn't see a power bomb there, so reset, and there is back of wreck ship. So it's like M2 is also gonna be following this path. It's a little interesting here. Oh, we're gonna check Terminator for a power bomb. I like that actually. And given how things are going, an E-Tank would also be pretty nice. There it is!
Oh, wow. Okay, that's really good for Audra.
Into double deciding to not. I would kind of like to see 230 there. Because you're never going to be back up here, basically. But Audra doesn't want to do that. And yeah, this is going to be pretty nice because you can go back. Well, oh, no, you're going to go back to Business Center and then you're just going to run by it again. So yeah, this is actually better. Because you want to get back to Green Brinstar after you do this Business Center stuff. So yeah, I like this. And M2 is going to be following in this path. And Audra's not going to know that there was no powerbomb bailout for a little bit, but going to feel pretty good once you get back to Green Brinstar with this. More than likely. It's also the case that the power bomb was a really good outcome there, and then we don't have the energy to check ice right now, so more than likely not going to be doing that. And we'll see what high jump gives us. And it is of course still possible. Well, never
Maybe
mind.
regular bombs too. Okay, yeah, I called it.
So potentially this is the logical chain, and
Yeah.
we don't have to have a bomb breakable item at a sports spawn. So yeah, really interesting start here actually. And yeah, M2 as stated, gonna be on this path, but given the green Bryn dip and reset, it's gonna be even further behind than he was after that ship save. So a better start here in this seed for Audra.
Yeah, M2 getting that power bomb is still good though, because now they're both at least on the same page. We're just at least having access to pretty much everywhere.
And I think M2 actually had the thought I did, but once I fully thought through it, I realized that Audra's doing better. Is going to go to 230 now.
Yeah.
I guess you can delay Business Center in hopes that you have the energy to do Ice Beam when you get back there, and that is knee tank. And M2 is one of those people that will tell you that you can do Ice Check in and out with only one. You just need good movement and good drops. So we'll see if he lets to go back that way, if he just goes back to the right to Green Brent Star. It's actually somewhat of a more interesting decision now, but regardless, I think I'm going to give Audra a bit of an advantage right now, yeah, especially with going back left. It's actually really hard to think through in the moment as we get a nice door high five.
Yeah.
How much better it is to do this in the pathing that Audra chose. But if M2 can get in and out of that Ice Beam check,
We're taking a. That is not a safe station we see very often.
yeah, that usually signals a meme route check here, which is a little interesting. But yeah, especially given the 230s right there, I would have done that first, and we're just skipping it, which is definitely interesting. I guess if you're just planning to reset this, you definitely want to get the item after you're going to keep it and not waste the fanfare, but I don't necessarily know if that would be my plan for this. I don't know. Runners make decisions, and
Yeah.
I am not currently running. My time is come and gone in this tournament. Plus, I should note that super restrictions are on, so the value of that item is a little bit less than others because the E-Tank is pretty nice, but it cannot be Barrier Gravity. Those are big ones. There's lots of things it can be, many of which will be pretty good. We'll also note that Chozo Power Bombs don't have a ton of value, given that we found the non-logical ones, and we also have bombs. So, it's definitely a skip you can make. It's
Audra does need to be a bit careful. Nice. Okay. Yep. Using the stuttering there.
That's a
What do we find
Crocomire.
here? Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
What a thing to find at meme route.
not the greatest ammo either.
Yeah, she knows how to
She's
do
gonna commit to
Crocomire
this.
farms
Yeah.
though very well. I
Yeah.
expect this won't be too difficult. We'll just see how long it takes,
Yep.
what the reward is, because I mean this is kind of a make or break moment already, frankly. And yeah, M2 almost certainly saved and is going to look at this Ice Beam. So lots of interesting things going on.
Yep.
This is like as interesting as any seed could ever be this early. So that lava dot fall makes it almost guaranteed that you're not going to make it out of this without Varia or a tank to bail you out. Or I mean, frankly, from here even a heat reduced gravity is not going to save you. But vanilla ice,
Okay, vanilla. Nice.
and that's really good to know, if nothing else.
Well, I mean, we don't really know the entire map, but yeah. Maybe come back for that.
Yeah, getting back there can be extremely non-trivial given the state of the map as we know it. So, yeah, holy cow, this Crocomire is like, I mean, it could decide the whole game basically because I don't know when M2 gets here, like at all, because it's not a place like doing that check is very non-standard and it takes forever. And even like once you see Croc, it's like, like. Okay, and M2 is gonna try to go back up. I don't know if you can do that with that ledge.
Yeah. think you're.
I think you just got to take the long loop back around. You're too high in the door is the problem. And Audra doesn't look like she has any supers and didn't want to farm. Just says, "I'll double bomb jump
Yeah,
up here."
it's fine.
So both players making some interesting plays. And yeah, this is big, but frankly, as much time as M2 is wasted, it brings a lot of people.
Of course.
It's a
Well,
tough
some people
decision.
might be happy about
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say it's actually a pretty tough decision on whether or not you keep that, because it can be part of a gravityless go mode, but it is a long way back up. Okay, so yeah, M2 is gonna concede and not try to make it back up. And yeah, like I was saying, as much time as things have taken, I mean, Audra maybe looks at Audra's not even gonna look at 230, and we're just gonna be like, they're still positionally ahead, and knows about a dead end, which is potentially really important. Time you're never gonna get back, but right now, as it turns out, you didn't actually need it because of how much stronger the routing was. I once again don't expect any gauntlet plays here, but especially from Audra, you don't want to do a slow crack and then also do a slow gauntlet, especially on 5 power bombs and no tanks. And M2 is also saving, probably mostly to get all that ammo back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are going to check the smoke portal. Makes a lot of sense. See if Audra can land on that pedestal this time. Another power bomb pack. Nice to see. Yeah, the second bomb was a little bit early. We're going to come back over here, see if M2 can get either this CWJ, which I think he set up for. Have some nice sync here. Oh, another fall in the moat.
Yeah, setup is actually, I feel like it is easier when you just do it the first time with the item fanfare. So it's nice to just get it right there instead of having to resort to the backup. And that's a good portal to find too. Bottom red tower, you have at least one free check here. And a lot of portal info.
Both forerunners are electing to go to Spazer first. Yeah, this is really interesting because knowing about Ice Beam is actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Grapple is pretty good to get exactly there, although you kind of wanted to go right as opposed to going left for the one red tower portal, but
the logic might be pointing toward X-ray yet again. Although, have we seen the logical power bombs yet? I don't think we have. The chosen power bombs?
No.
Yeah.
And especially in Chozo area, there's barely anywhere they can't be, as it turns out. It's like so Shack Tool is hard power bomb locked, as you know, in the room. That's easy to see as we get chronic boost there at the bottom. Whatever boss is at Ridley's location, that is hard power bomb locked because of Wasteland. And other than that, that's like it. There's like actually no other place that you strictly need a power bomb for, given portals, as I missed that one from M2 side, as Audra is doing what you said.
Back East Meridia, so both not very good portals, especially because they're on how unhealthy the seat is.
Yeah. Audra doing your play, saying, "Hey, you gave me grapple, I'm gonna come to X-ray," and it's the other seat this time.
Yep. Yeah, I also had the feeling that was the case.
So, especially knowing about that ice beam. There's a lot of different places we could go from here, but yeah, M2 is coming back here. I think, especially on M2 side, you probably just go back to the top, get in West Meridia, and then you can go back to Green Bryn. We don't have gravity heat reduction on this, so the ice beam is still a little difficult to collect. Very nicely managed with the health in this to not be in a bad position from Audra. Only 99 and no suits. Those spikes do quite a bit of damage. We're getting our final red tower portal, and there's the top of
that is extremely convenient.
It's even better than the other place. So yeah, what a start. Especially with that little croc addendum that we get to know about. Audra's not going to be feeling good about that. Especially, like I said, like most people don't do that, and it did not pay out.
Yep.
Especially
Oh
with gravity
wow.
and then Varia immediately. So, wow,
Got
that's
another
actually really
acid.
good for MM2. Again, knowing
Yep.
well,
Well,
I don't know. I feel like Audra's next play is right back to Ice Beam, but maybe you do, maybe you don't do it. I don't know. But yeah, we are in a we're in a very interesting state. M2's got an E-Tank up. There is one under the bridge for sure. But we have Vanilla Charge in the seed again. So we do need to find a ton of ammo or the charge beam. And
I
Audra was
also
trying to skip another ammo,
I also
which
believe
doesn't surprise me.
Audra skipped the portals on the right side of 2.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
with the progression, there's no, or, they were not motivated to go back. So it's just really close, right? Like, I don't think MM2 will ever go down the beam route because that's like the worst portal to ever check. But yeah, as
For
of now,
sure.
it's just pretty close on both sides.
So, yeah, there was a third power bomb up there. We kind of didn't need it, especially knowing about Ice Beam, but without the reverse mock ball Audra tried, it's pretty difficult. You really can't skip that. So yeah, oh my goodness. We're going to be able to see what's going on here as far as Spore Spawn and Charge Beam, which were unable to be checked when M2 was in here earlier without any bomb. So we'll see. We'll see where our runners decide to go. And there's Plasma, so Charge is looking mighty, mighty tasty in this seed.
Yeah, again, especially considering this has been a lot worse for ammo. I mean, you have 10 supers. It's not even good for, like, before Turian.
I do actually think that both. Well, I know the charge missile is a super, and MM2 looked at the other big pink item. So if that's a super, I expect he gets it. Frankly, if it's a missile, I expect he gets it, and he's getting it. Yeah, it was just a missile. And space jump.
That's
the
nice.
Seed, yeah, as Chad is pointing out, the seed giveth. This is a really, really, really comfortable place to be at in this seed. Especially if you've already got that second E-Tank for MM2. This is...
Yeah, I think it's just pretty much going to come down to decision making at this point, because like movement wise, you've got like pretty much everything you'd want.
Yeah, that space jump being the only movement item you have is when it's most valuable.
Yeah.
You can really just... Oh, there was an E-Tank here too? I guess MM2 would have reset it, and Audra didn't look in here. Oh, because I was curious. I was like, why did we check Turian? Audra didn't know this. I'd forgotten that already. So yeah, now we're at... Well, frankly, we're never going to be at portal parity because MM2 is not going to find Croc by any way other than elimination. Yep. So like the only boon you have from Audra's point of view is that specifically created meme route is never going to be on your mind, which is something. It's not a lot though. And yeah, Audra is going back up West Meridia, where like MM2 is going to go get Ice Beam. It doesn't make any sense to do anything else, given that you know it's there. So
yeah, that definitely does matter.
Oh yeah, that matters a lot because that's not gonna ever really be
required.
that close for Audra. And yeah, we're going into Lorne Warfare back. You don't have Plasma this time, so it's gonna be a lot safer than it was last time. But yeah, only a couple of energy tanks. You do need to be careful down here. But yeah, I expect we're not gonna be in the same place for quite a while here.
And I guess now in this spot, it feels a little bit better for Audra, knowing that Croc can't be at the other side of LN.
Yeah, but how likely are you to get enough energy to really want to do that? Audra making a decision about ammo. And waffled a little bit before to say, oh, MM2's going to... I can't believe this. I truly cannot believe this. Is this the most convenient time to get this portal? Yes. Is it also the most convenient time to get an Ice Beam that you definitely want? Also yes. And what's the saying? A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. I guess maybe that the croc leave on him is weighing on M2's mind from last seed, and that would have been bad. But he's actually not going, which is definitely going to be less efficient than what Audraxys doing.
Yeah, maybe it was the less port knowledge. I'm not sure. I guess want to make sure it wasn't crate or something.
Yeah, crate's definitely the worst thing that you could leave there. But we did get another E-Tank. We were talking about that reverse acid dive. So technically, all Audra needs to beat the game is more ammo. Presuming that a crystal flash clip is utilized or ice or speed is collected, or if our bosses are shuffled, you might not need either of those. But the most comfortable of those outcomes is definitely the ice beam that is very, very accessible here. And M2 now is going to get it, defying me once again. You can see the power of the plasma beam. You think the P on that icon stands for plasma? No, it's power. It's all powerful. It makes enemies fall at their knees before the almighty power of Samus. See, we're taking a lot less damage than we were in the last seed on Audra's side here in Lorne Warfare. But yeah, M2 has a bit of an interesting decision from here as far as what you do in this upper Norfair. There are a couple more checks over on that right side at speed and wave, and there's also a couple portal checks. See what he values out of that.
Yeah, I mean, again, the portals are a little bit awkward. It feels like wave might be fast enough, especially since they don't have single chamber check. But I mean, I think as of now, it's really going to come down to where crate is, considering the divergence we have now.
For sure, crate's location is going to be very, very important, and also
I can see our first boss too, actually.
Yeah, it's also the case that we do not have a ton of ammo here. I do know that Audra is very adept at like any kind of Ridley fight, but that could be one of the reasons M2 said no to this. In our mystery settings, the most likely outcome of any individual boss is vanilla, but it is not over half. But Ridley is the most likely outcome here. As you can see, Audra would have to hit a good bit of these power bombs. If this is Ridley, which it is.
Well, like I think, what is it, 20 plus 6?
You need
pretty much like
you need like 4 supers worth, a little bit less, which is 2400, which would be
6 double hits.
Yeah,
got 1 double hit right there.
Yeah, and again, like I said, she's really good at this. It's just you gotta be really careful. I've seen her walk into Ridley with less ammo to spare. I will say that.
Yeah. But yeah, if you have the rhythm down, then it's actually not. Well, okay, now we're gonna switch to missiles.
Yeah, I did say it was a little bit less, so 5 double hits might have been enough. She definitely seems comfortable as we're getting item checks here, starting at Norfair Reserve. Again, with the early advent of these suits, again, it's a little bit more comfortable overall to potentially go for miners as your end game. But we got 2 E-Tanks. The 3 checks here. We did get a super missile as the other one though, so that's nice. Yeah, you can see M2 already trying to go quickly. But yeah, there you see it. That was about as well done as you're gonna see anyone do that kind of an ammo fight, more than likely. That was really, really good. Yeah. As I was talking about with ammo, M2 pushing that so hard that he's not checking speed or wave.
Yeah, I mean, if this is... Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe he falls just anywhere. Because this has to be like a boss. Almost certainly.
It does have to be some kind of boss layer. It is front of Rick's ship. We know the other side of this. And there was an E-Tank behind Ridley.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So you're seeing some of the potential perils of ammo hunts in Chozo. You saw Warfare Reserve, 2 out of the 3 checks didn't really do anything. They gave M2 some energy. And then this minor item was the double jump, which is completely useless. We have space
Yeah,
jump
then
already.
here's a little awkward because again, M2 does not have good ammo here.
Yeah, so we know that it would have to be exactly boss surprise, which is only 10%. And even then, it would have to roll Ridley exactly here. Otherwise, M2 is perfectly fine. So more than likely, he's going to be good. Yeah, that's the one thing I will say that one of the understated benefits of ammo collection early and often is that you're more likely to have the current ammo to do whatever you want. So
Yeah, I've just
Audra is
noticed we've
actually
suddenly been
gonna
getting lots and lots of E-tanks.
Audra is gonna go ahead with the
Mm-hmm.
both
Probably
suits
just
and
fall
the
this
space
out.
jump. Just gonna follow through here to the front of Lower Norfair. This is exactly Kraid. We've like pretty close to God routing this one right now. But unless it's front of East is bad, unless you can CF clip with pretty quickly, and you need to farm supers to be able to do that. And then you also need supers for Batun. So yeah, from our knowledge, it's 50-50. And if it's not Kraid, or if it's not, or no, there's 3 options.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be Crocomire door in Upper Norfair, this can be front of East Meridia, and this can be Kraid. And 2 of those are okay. One of them's kind of not.
And yeah, seeing
We're
the
gonna
Phantoon here, look at quite likely it's just vanilla bosses.
somewhat uncommon.
It could be a shuffle, it could be random surprise.
Yeah, it can be anything still. First try gate glitch again. I was gonna say pretty uncommon. Actually, it's funny. If this is front of East Radio, this is actually pretty good purely for the super farm, but you don't see screw attack check in area seeds that often, and this is actually 2 in a row here. This is exactly charge again. It's high jump, which is really nice.
That's a nice pickup. It's worth it.
Especially with how on path this was, that's probably not time negative. But yeah, this is, oh my goodness. So fascinating, this seed. Some really nice supers here. We're good to see what M2 gets here. Shows up power bombs. I think, yeah. Cool. Didn't get all of the power bombs there, but yeah, we'll see what M2 elects to do from here. I think going back out the front, it's pretty likely we know where the other side goes, and you don't really need to be on that side of things because it basically just takes you back into Upper Warfare on the wrong side. So I expect we're just going to be leaving out the front here and going to check that croc door, which we're going to know where it goes by the time M2 gets there, but oh my goodness.
Wow.
What a route Audra has found through this seed. Kraidslayer at the front of Lower Norfair in a pretty risky, I don't even know if she saved going on that reverse acid dive, and it was only 4 tanks, and we took a hit from a pirate shot. Like, holy cow. If this is charge, wow. But yeah, Kraid, really nice find. Again, we expect it to be a vanilla Kraid. Given we already found vanilla Ridley and vanilla Phantoon. If Audra's feeling confident enough to just go and not risk a surprise Ridley. But yeah, surprise Ridley is actually just game over right here. But yeah, that looks like great. It's a fade out.
Yeah.
Typically, it is pretty okay to go ahead and risk the lack of surprise. It is 10% versus the 30% on everything else. So didn't get our initial quick kill setup, but we are still trying to line it up.
Oh, a little late there.
With the advancing and the claw and stuff, it was kind of hard from that position. Yeah. So this is the front of East for M2, which is going to be...
It's fine. He can just do it.
Pretty good. I mean, yeah, he's definitely going to be able to do this. He's not going to find charge here because he's not going to go to Shock Tool.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to be looking at more ammo. Could potentially see those aqueduct miners. They're probably on the way out. And we got wave, so we know about 3 of the 4 good beams. And yeah, I'll just gotta get back out of Lower Norfolk here. But yeah, I talked about it at the beginning how coming up here and just doing this module was more efficient than what MM2 did. Giving cranes at the front, that like doubled at least.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say Audra's in a pretty nice position here between our
Yeah, I guess
two
it is a
runners.
question of if Audra grabs an ice beam or has a easy way for through bot wound. But even so, I mean, I don't think it takes that long as you can get the clip.
She's definitely one of the people that thinks that the bomb setup is much more consistent and easier to do. So I expect she's comfortable with that. I will also just say for the record that pathing wise, by far the closest check to her is Ice Beam.
Yeah.
And you're at a position where charge is still really good, so it's pretty probable that we get it next, but as you saw in game 1 and as you've seen thus far, I've been wrong a lot and I will continue to be wrong. So we're just gonna have to watch and see. It is yeah, this has been quite the fascinating seed, honestly, how it has transpired. And it's funny, that Crocomire check probably still looming large a little bit in Audra's mind, but it has not in any way deterred her in this race. But that's impossible to know without the knowledge that we have. Playing it safe here, we've got the space jump, but you want to kill those pirates. They will ruin your day if you try to just avoid them. Confirmed vanilla bosses here. Dragon also at home. M2 gonna do this grapple kill, assuming Dragon decides to goop one time. What is Dragon going to give us again? It's not going to be Charge Beam. It's just an E-Tank. We might have actually found our Chozo tanks at this point, funnily enough. Yeah, I'm really curious to see where Audra wants to go from here. The top up here is the top of Red Tower, and you could fall down and get your remaining Red Tower information, or you could go into Business Center, and that'll give you some items as well as some portals in Upper Norfair, but it doesn't look like we're headed to Red Tower. So, that will get you into Upper Norfair as well as seeing the back of East Meridia. And Audra's found all the dead ends, so we'll know that the front is accessible.
Yeah.
And M2 is headed out the back. I'm assuming that's probably the fastest way back into West Meridia. Which I think M2 is probably down to Kraid, Meme Route, and Croc as far as where the front of Lower Norfair leads. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
So actually knows it's a dead end, and that's terrifying. Because it can't. Croc and Kraid can't lead to each other, so it's definitely not Meme Route.
Yep. I mean, it. I can't say what he's thinking, but he is kind of close to criteria. I don't know. I can't say for sure. It makes sense to just go to Ellen because you know you have to go there, but it's still like, it could be Meme Route too.
Yeah. I'm also just gonna say I was talking about those aqueduct miners that MM2 didn't do at the beginning. He also didn't go back that way at the end. So, yeah, I mean, we know that there's kind of not a lot of the seed left, and the available locations for Charge Beam are pretty dwindling. because it wasn't screw attack like last seed. Wasn't it Kraid? We peeked in the wreck ship. So I think Audra's not going to go back into Lower Norfair, but it's on the other side of Ice Beam. So we'll see if we see these Upper Norfair checks. We're going back to the tube, which is Moat, which is, I guess we're going Merc Ship back. Maybe you do Gauntlet now? Question mark? I don't know. Our runners are both coming through similar places. Yeah, I'm really interested. Yeah, M2, you can see
M2's
this ammo.
Probably just banking on the ammo again.
He's not particularly close. He's not particularly far, but the thing about it is, like I said, we just don't have a lot in our way through the rest of the seed for both of them. So I don't know, because it's like, I mean, yeah, like you saw how M2 elected to do Upper Norfair, and like the most vital locations are at Norfair Reserve, but if you do that and you don't do the other two, you're really not getting a lot. And as you saw with the E-tanks and the double jumps and miners, like things go how they go. So yeah, M2 is going places. This is how
Actually,
he
yeah,
gets back
chat
to...
mentioning, Audra never did do 230, right? I just decided to skip
Audra
it.
did not do 230, and it is...
Okay, then this
is an E-tank.
gives you more of a reason.
There's Spazer. We have no need for
I mean, if
that.
that was charged, the team was just over, but of course, we get the meme beam.
Yeah, so this is interesting. Just so crazy. So M2 is heading towards the final two boss areas.
Yep. Yeah,
I'll just head to Rick ship back, I
sensible.
think, and then you'll be close to East Meridia front when you go out the front. You get a super here. But yeah, this ammo. Forget exactly what all Audra got. Because she has more supers, it is the case that there's definitely at least a super here. There it is.
I mean, I definitely can't say so who's ahead, because it's still going to come down to the ammo hunt. Because don't think either are finding charge at this point, considering you've already had divergence.
I mean, the most likely would be that it's in Bubble Mountain and Audra gets it. As far as other factors, I will say that, especially on ammo finishes, you really want one of Ice and Speed, because you need to Zeb skip, and otherwise you have to do a lot of refilling.
Yeah, that does definitely matter quite a bit. Because I forgot that Turin's going to be a huge lead for MM2 if they go in with this loadout. Yeah,
so... I was gonna say, Power Mountain Charge
has better
routing, would be Audra's advantage.
Nice.
If it's a E-tank, there's like, I don't know, a single-digit % chance Audra checks Wreckship E-tank. But again, she finds a way to find a different route than me, like at every point. So I'm literally just saying words and they mean like nothing. And yeah, M2, I mean, you come here and you pretty much have to do the reverse acid dive, and if it's Croc, you're mad, but like, what can you do? So I don't expect he's not going to find Kraid here, but that's something that exists in theory, kind of. Yeah, we're going to be close to each other as far as finding boss number 3, and well, not finding, killing boss number 3. So 4 more supers worth of ammo for MM2. 6 more supers worth of ammo on Audra's side. Believe MM2 showed us that left super is a super.
Yes.
I know it's Wave behind Ridley, and then... Or no, Wave is behind Kraid. It's an E-tank behind Ridley. And then I believe Mickey Mouse is a missile, which is on M2's path. We'll see how the Ridley fight goes. M2 does need to do some farming here. Probably not as much as Audra, and just in general, the fight's going to be faster. because of not needing to use power
Yeah,
bombs,
the power bomb.
but yeah, the routing efficiency was very much in Audra's favor as far as doing this lower Norfair and Kraid little duo. It's power bombs over at Right Super, which I expect she's gonna collect, considering the CF clip looks like it's in her future. But we'll see. And then yeah, it's gonna get real interesting after that because she's gonna be back in Upper Norfair, and she's gonna be spit out right by Wave, which we haven't seen, and Speed, which we haven't seen, and Norfair Reserve, which we have seen. So, Ridley down. Both of our runners went from 2 bosses to 3 bosses in very similar times. And yeah. Will charge be found? Will Audra get ice or speed? Whose path is closer to Turian, and how much ammo will we find until then? Because again, like M2, like his path is lower Norfair, and there's not a ton of ammo here.
Yep.
Like, and then you're just coming back, and so you have to just go places and get ammo. I guess you would start with Beach and Aqua, or Beach and Watering Hole, right? And then probably Mama Turtle. We can finally see Crab Super, which somehow hasn't been checked. So, decent shot that Meridia will be enough for MM2. I don't exactly know how Audra's route goes. This is double jump. See if she can avoid the fanfare. She does. Yeah. Timing wise, I really have no idea. I don't know, like, even if Audra went straight to East Meridia from here, if she would get out of there before MM2 was out of Kraid. And again, like, one of these two being charged honestly feels pretty likely, and I don't know how Audra's feeling about item checks, but it does look like we're going to see Wave. And again, speed is also extremely valuable because ice is just away from where Audra is. It is going. Oh, Mickey Mouse is an E-Tank, so I don't remember what the Kraid miners were. I don't think Audra looked at E-Tank, as it turns out.
Oh, it's just one of the missiles.
Here's Chozo missile number 2, which, funnily enough, is like not awful, given that we're kind of on an ammo hunt. Yeah, we'll see if we see speed. We'll see if we look at Norfair Reserve. I don't know if M2 looked at Bubble Mountain Miner.
Oh yeah, it's peaked it.
Okay, so Audra
Yeah, I
is
don't remember.
not doing speed and also not doing reserve.
Yeah.
He's
That's
probably going to find East Meridia here and probably do it, I'm assuming. Going to be quite
yeah. I
the
mean,
game
that skip is
Audra.
leaning more toward Audra just deciding to go, which is definitely. Well, again, like both runners are still not that close. There's just still work to be done, but the decisions that have been made recently are what we've seen recently have definitely been starting to favor M2. Because I mean, again, the CF clip here is not that hard, but it's certainly time consuming.
And you're seeing the save. You got a damage down again. I think you probably need to check these. I mean, there's quite a few ammo spots in East Meridia we could look at.
I look like she's not gonna clip to the aqueduct.
Okay, so yeah, this is a super. So that's, I mean, what? That's like a 25 missile lead for M2.
Yep.
Yeah. Got a damage down. This Metroid dies to our Blade Plasma shot.
Oh, I would have. Okay. Let's play it safe.
On one suit. Yeah.
Well, we still at least it damage down a bit more.
Yeah, it's when you kill if you get down low enough and then you do the shot, you're probably gonna end up getting your health back. So
oh,
yeah.
nice first try.
Very nice.
Very, very nice. From my experience practicing, I have noticed that I also prefer getting it like on the first shot because of the lag with their enemies on the screen. Like I find it easier than doing it second, third try.
Very, very nice one-round Batoon. Wave for MM2, but again, that barely matters. Yeah, okay, so let me look at that. So this is... So if West Meridia has enough ammo for MM2, he's literally right next to Turian. As far as Audra, she's also pretty close to Turian from the front, but is much further away on ammo. And again, charge cannot be behind Batoon, so no Dragon item, no Plasma item, and you're not going to Shack Tool.
Yeah, knowing it's vanilla bosses.
So you would need like 5 supers in a row. So Turian's at Green Hills, the middle of Greenbird Star, and Main Street, which is close to where M2 exits Thorin Orfair, is obviously in West Meridia.
Yeah.
We're gonna look at this. Yeah, it's an old-fashioned Chozo ammo hunt, which can go how it goes. Definitely been on the business end of a bad one.
Not grabbing the missile over there. That is interesting.
Yeah, the other outstanding thing is that again, if Audra doesn't find that ice beam that has been available for like the entirety of the seed, you will like 4 times worse Turian, because not only are your Metroid slower, but you have to like missile like a bajillion things.
Yep.
And then refill. So yeah, as Chad's been saying, things are feeling pretty good for MM2, provided the ammo is good enough. And again, even if West Meridia is not enough, you probably just go into Green Brain and you've got like 3 Edakun's items, you've got Wavegate, you've got Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of stuff pretty close over there. In the,
yeah, because I'm thinking like what would be... Yeah, I know Upper
early
North
unit
wouldn't help. It'd probably just have to be the Greenbird Store.
Yeah. So, yeah. I would like to see this checked for speed and ice. It does look like Audrey is going to come down here. So it's just an E. Don't know if we knew that or not, but I certainly didn't remember it if we did know it.
Oh, so the answer chat, the number is the amount of damage that a charge shot would do. Unfortunately, neither of them have charge, and neither will probably pick up charge.
Yeah, and as you pointed out, skip the missile on the way in for Audra and not getting on the way out. Like, if your plan was to find charge, you should have been more thorough with these items early, in my opinion.
Yeah, and considering it's again, the items here can't be charged, so banking on charge is gonna be kind of a rough one right now. I mean, again, even if the Shack Tool takes a really long time to get there.
I think we're gonna see Aqueduct now, but again, you just didn't pick up missiles that you saw. I mean, unless you're just gonna bank on charge being at ice or what's it called? Okay, no, we're going to the back, which isn't better to have gone this way versus Kakali, I'm pretty sure. So this dumps you out in Red Tower? No, we're going to Shack Tool.
No, just Shack. Yeah, just straight up going to Shack. Yeah.
Wow. Remember when I said that every time I say something I've been wrong? I found a way to do it again! Yay me. So yeah, M2 is gonna head up here to Beach and Watering Hole. I've actually seen quite a bit of tanks, so it's unlikely that we get Chozo'd as far as tanks, but power bombs are still in the way.
So 80. I think 80-45 works, but it's really bad. Yeah, you want 85-45.
Yeah, and this one of Super here does it, and then you're already right next to Turian. And that is a pretty likely outcome, and again, you also got like quite a few Greenbird checks. But you also have 90 health. Be a little careful.
Oh wow, that's really bad for him too.
That is the Chozo ammo hunt in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Sometimes it really just.
I mean, there's a pretty decent chance that charge is here. Legitimately.
No,
No,
bit
it was
screw
the other
attack.
one. Oh man. Because I almost feel like just seeing how bad that ammo was in that room, and if charge was there, that would have possibly pushed Arch very ahead. But yeah, no,
I'm
M2's
really
still
not
firmly in the
sure,
driver's
honestly.
seat.
Yeah,
No.
positionally, M2 is just so much closer and has the better Turian still with ice. Sorry, I was laughing at something Kip said in chat, which needs a lot of context, some really deep lore. Okay, yeah. As Chad was saying with these energy tank skips, again, M2 needs to be a little careful.
Oh,
He's at 10 health.
calculated. Okay.
Okay, he was smart and avoided this fish.
Yep, and yep. Stick to the right.
You have plasma, so these things die. I don't know why Audra's here. I assume she knows the logic well enough to know that this can't be charged, but I could be wrong. And again, speed and ice is also still helpful.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
definitely.
there's a super. You're not in any danger
Although,
in this room if you don't activate Mama Turtle, so... Okay, yeah, that's enough for him to...
it is still really weird to check this, to be fair. Yeah, at this point,
Yeah,
considering
speed
now the
speed
most
is
important thing is speed.
objectively helpful for her
Yeah.
position. But... Again, we're being careful now that
Yeah.
we have 30 energy.
I actually don't know how much those pink pirates do.
I was also, like,
But-
for the record, you're not in health bomb at 30, you're just beeping, so that did not have to be a health drop. But, yeah. We're in Green Brinstar now, and the enemies do a lot less damage. Okay, maybe we were below 30, because getting that health and not a super is, like, literally insane. So, yeah.
I feel like at this point, considering, I mean, you're at really bad ammo. I think you just go, yeah. Because it doesn't really matter, even if you find like a missile. That's not going to change anything. So basically, MM2 is on, I believe, the bare minimum.
No, so
ammo.
actually, you need 100 plus 40. So you have, so yeah, chat's saying you need to missile every door and break the glass. So yeah, like you said, bare minimum. Maybe, kind of. I would actually have to do the math.
I mean, it's having more missiles
30,
is good because you only need to do one run back to the missile station, but you do need to break the glass with this ammo, basically.
But yeah, though this is literally like missile every door, break all the glass, and then you're on perfect.
Yep.
Which would have made me do like Wavegate in Mission Impossible personally.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've done the equivalent of 35-60, but never 30-60. Like, that's too much pressure for me.
Yeah. Also the case that if he like didn't get full drops from the Metroids in the last room, which he's just gonna missile by the way, you don't have to take the elevator refill. You're an insane person. For the record, even too. I mean,
mean,
hope you're listening to
elevator
me right
refill
now.
at least is nice that you actually
It
have
is a lot worse than just missiling those
Yeah.
Metroids.
Yeah. I mean, the probability is high enough.
So Audra is trying to find charge in places that you wouldn't have gone in on the pathways, which is why we're not going to speed. Yeah, has hard committed to charge at this point. And we're actually going
going up first.
Yeah, again, trying to find charge in places where you wouldn't have gone. Like, Room 2 would have to fail like 5 things like 12 times for Audra to come back in this right now, but yeah, we're just gonna watch M2 show you how to do like super complete minimum ammo Turian.
I mean, again, I wouldn't feel that bad right now just because of how many missiles I have. It's just needing to be careful for the actual Mother Brain fight. Yeah, like, this is so many there's so many missiles.
Yes.
Like, just don't bother with the skip and just shoot everything. Or actually, no, I guess he is doing the skip. Well, yeah, he has.
So
Okay, he
you
has enough
can
on the way
you
back.
missile that one on the way back, and then you do
Uh-huh.
Zeb Skip 2 on the way in, and then you'd only have to.
Oh,
missile
no, you're
back.
right. I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah.
It's
I've actually never done
barely any
step skip
better.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really easy. Like it's barely any better, but it is definitely better. So we have a super missile here.
Now, will MM2 save is the question. Answer's probably no. I've seen plenty of people do the or the Mother Brain, intentional or not, on exact ammo.
I would have to find a word 2 orders of magnitude past insane to describe that if M2 doesn't save, but I'm just gonna let it happen and not anticipate.
All right, good decision. Yeah, I mean, I'm learning this step skip now too. I've just never been in a situation where I'd had to do this.
Okay, so all you have to do, you stand equal with it. You need wave and ice, obviously, and then you freeze it right
wait.
away, and then
I
you
see.
spin jump into it. You get the iframes, and then morph, unmorph, morph again. It's really easy.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And charge was an E-tank.
Okay, and there we go.
Andre
Phase
is
one
now
done.
in go mode, but quite far away from Mother Brain, where M2 is currently at.
Yeah, it's definitely.
If you want to play the game of how
this.
many times you need to fail Mother Brain to get Audra back in this, you're more than welcome to. I'm just gonna tell you that M2 is gonna be careful, and we'll see what happens.
Oh no. Okay, that's one. I love the really fast crouches.
That is why you save. It is smart. If you have another word for that play, you are wrong, and I condemn you with the full power of the English language.
Okay, unironically, I think he can definitely screw up one more time, but I don't know about 2 more times. Audra does have speed booster. M2, stop chatting before the race is done.
He needed to make sure that everyone in chat who didn't specifically know exactly what I was saying knew specifically exactly what I was saying. So yeah, we don't need to say such things on SpeedGaming's airwaves. M2 has officially been condemned with the full power of the English language, and you're gonna have to do this interview because I don't know if I can speak to him after that. I am, of course, joking. So we did missiles to start, and now we're on supers. So Audra is going to be here in Turian. All supers have been hit. We're going a lot slower this time. The head is moving though, so
Yeah, and then into the catch-up's actually easier now. It's definitely fine.
for sure. Exactly 399. Love to see that. Metroids are being power bombed here for Audra. The baby's on the screen attached to the head, and cut a bit longer time in this seed given how brutal that ammo hunt here. Possible we got the 2-1-1 roll instead of the 3-2-1. It's also just possible that the seed did what it did, but I'm too much more thorough with the ammo pickups early on, as well as probably it was weighing on Audra's mind all that time spent at Crocomire for nothing as a reward. So those are definitely the two biggest telling points here. There were a lot of other factors, including pretty superior routing on Audra as far as bosses. It just ended up that, well, I mean, you were a little farther away at the end, but the items needed to be collected, and even once bosses were done, we weren't quite able to complete the game. So we're gonna see the two phases of the baby Metroid. Well, one of them is in black and white.
Oh yeah, Audra with the slowdown able to do the relative easy baby skip.
Yep, very nicely done though. Somewhat close to a grab, but I've learned that it can look that close and actually not really be super close. But
yeah, I mean, just
case,
as long as you're in the right cycle, even if it's like pause in front of you, you're okay. It's just when it's late that has a chance to grab you while you're going through.
Yeah. So let's see if we can get this speed zap skip here for Audra. Don't need it, but it is definitely good to have. First try, nicely done, but we're going to be entering Mother Brain. She's going to appear as she disappears. Very nice post.
Charge beam was at a Rexha B. So I don't remember. Yeah, no, Audra did go there later, but cleared their last boss before going back. Try to find the Chozo locations there.
Yeah. Just some different ordering, as well as M2 scouting out that ice beam early was also pretty crucial.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in the end, though, I really do think that in a lot of these modes, just that ammo, like knowing everything. As much as people hate Countdown, I still like Countdown to just kind of remind myself of where all the minor locations are, just because knowing the most efficient route toward Gomo, especially when Charger's buried, it's just really important.
I mean, Charger's a debatable amount of buried in the seed. It really just depends on your path. Like both of them could have gotten it fairly easily. It's just that double early suit makes you want to really skimp, and like I will go on the record saying that I don't think E-Tank is that out of the way, but it is not super on path either. So yeah, M2 is going to take this one with a nice speedless escape. It's going to be a 2-0 victory, moving him on to the finals of this mystery tournament. M2 in first place with a 1 hour, 6 minute, and 35-second finish.
GG's.
So we are going to get a finish here for Audra, but I expect M2 will shortly appear in our chat, given he has all those permissions. Won't even need to appear in the setup early, but as has been the case for the entirety of these 2 hours, he's been defying me. Get in here, M2. Dang it. Making me look bad.
I actually put the bot invite this time.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Clicking the bot invite, what a skill issue. But yeah, GG's and congratulations. Both seeds were actually pretty interesting, especially the way the second one started out, but handled very well. And
I'm glad to get 2 areas.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite a fun experience getting 2 good seeds.
So
just
I think this
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I think this is the first time I've ever seen in a race someone do completely minimum ammo Turian. So congratulations on that. Only one reset.
Yeah,
you did a very, 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 very smart save, and I appreciate that.
I never do it again. I regret that save with all. No, I don't. No. I was like, this is a coward play, and I'm probably losing already just because of how badly the early game went. And also, I feel like it's time I reveal why I didn't do LN when I found it the first time.
Mhm.
It was because I forgot I had Varia. That's it. That's the entire reason. I left and I was in Business
pretty
Center.
amazing.
I was in Business Center, going down the elevator. I have Varia.
Very did
And I
have.
just I freaked out for like a solid minute. And I was like, wait, no, this is literally fine. It's right next to Turian. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it is.
So yeah.
It is right next to Turian, and it was like, I mean, the ammo that both of you had wasn't a ton, and it was vanilla Ridley, so Audra's fight was quite a bit slower and quite a bit tighter. But yeah, it's it took me until you were doing Lorne Orpher for me to realize how close it was to Turian, and like, yeah, it doesn't even really punish you if Kraid isn't really back there. So yeah,
Yeah,
It
the map
kind of
was
hilarious.
pretty good. Like it was kind of funny how you had to like walk around a lot in the beginning, but I think the layout, and especially in game 2, was like very fair. Like you had pretty good access to everything. So it just came down to just decision making and the item efficiency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like the early game of game 2, I was terrified I'd miss power arms like at Crab Supers or something, and I was 5 minutes behind and losing no matter what I did. But thankfully, I checked it later and it was a missile, so that was a little sigh of relief, I guess.
Yeah, and
Audra
GG's
has
to
finished.
Audra as well, just finishing up with the official time of 1 hour, 9 minutes 30 seconds, 36 seconds, and I'm watching it back.
Exactly
Like
3 minutes.
both runners, honestly, like pretty clean plays throughout the entire series.
Yeah,
It's just in the seed, like these two seeds were definitely like not completely free even with the suits. So just
absolutely.
you know,
I think there were
so,
a ton of interesting decisions to be made. That's
yeah,
like kind
so
of
it just worked out better for you too.
yeah. I am aware of Audra's known hatred of Chozo area, so it's kind of funny to get 2 settings like that.
Yeah.
But I will disagree. I think Chozo area is probably the second best settings that are in this tournament to Major Minor Area Boss. Obviously, just because of seeds like these, where you get the 2 suits earlier, like in mid game, and then you have to make more interesting decisions along the path. So I'm, aside from a couple dumb mistakes, I think I went into the wrong portal 3 times in the series, which I think is like a new record for me in a bad way. But aside from stuff like that and the whole LN fiasco, I think I played pretty solid. So yeah.
I would definitely agree on that front.
Yeah.
You were like, it was like one check you were getting Chozo ammo hunted, and then the next you weren't. I would have gone into Green Brinstar in your position, but I mean, yeah, you already thought that you were not doing super great as far as pathing, so it makes some sense.
Yeah, my thought was...
It would have taken me a lot longer to do perfect ammo.
I mean, like, because what is it, 30, 35 doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah,
anyway.
So my thought is it's very likely to be 2-1-1. It's very possible I check Wavegate and Mission Impossible and I don't get any ammo. It's very possible I check them and get only a missile, which means I still have to break the glass. And so I basically need a double missile or a super in one of those 2 locations for it to even come close to saving time, and I don't think it does, because even if you hit, unless you hit a super, you're still breaking 3 doors. So, or maybe it's 2, I can't remember the math, but I think that I was thinking the EV is too bad, plus I'm probably behind, so I need to play for just go to Turian and tank the time whilst I'm breaking glass, and it's fine. But yeah,
it's definitely not easy decision making wise or execution wise. But yeah, you did a very good job. Shout out to Double Jump.
Yeah, absolutely. That was great.
That was fun.
As well as Seed Shield in the first seed. Yeah, is those dash items in Chozo they are what they are. But yeah, you're already having the tournament of your life, and now here you are, one series away from eternal glory. So I'm sure it feels good, but
eternal fame. I mean, yeah, I'm quite happy with this. I think I avenged myself from SG Live 23, so
Mhm.
even if I lose in finals, I will still be very happy with how this tournament has gone for me. But I haven't dropped a game in playoffs yet, so maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what do you? I mean, I don't know. Just I'm curious about like what do you think about the other match and your chances versus them.
I don't know. I think it's pretty even either way between me and Kip or Nick Player. I think their match is going to be a really, really interesting race because Nick Player is more on like the new
Yeah.
heads side of things. Like he thinks like the new runners, and then Kip's the very much the old guard kind of runners, and he just plays solid pretty much every time. And I think it's gonna be a really good clash of minds as well as clash of execution. So should be a really good time. I am actually bummed I will be at work when the races are happening. Shout out to
Also,
Sunday
I
morning
don't think I'm
races.
going to catch it
Yep.
live either. So
Tragic,
should definitely be
but yeah,
an exciting series. Yeah, especially it's a rematch from just a few months ago from the Memorial tournament we had. And yeah, I mean,
nice.
Nick Player, just like you, Nick Player has lost one game so far. It was actually to Audra in week 2. But
Nice.
given that he
Yeah.
didn't have the first round bye, he's actually, I mean, now you have the same amount of wins. So yeah, Nick Player's been ridiculously hot this tournament.
Oh,
And,
absolutely. Yeah, Nick's player's
Yeah.
really been growing as a player since he started. I think I remember taking notice of him in season 4 of League, but I think he was doing stuff before that. But that was when he started to like, where I started to be like, okay, if I play him, I have to watch out. So if I play him in finals, I'm going to be scared, but also super excited. And if I play Kip in finals, that'll also be a great match. So yeah, I will be happy either way. But yeah, I think that's that's what I've got to say. Thanks to you guys for commentating, and thanks to Fishing Boo for tracking, and thanks to the rest of the organizers for putting on this tournament. It's been a good one.
yeah, I think if it's you and Kip, we just nullify everything because if two organizers are in the finals, like clearly something was amiss. There was some rigging involved. The seeds were not, rolled in a good way, and
Wow.
you're in control of like the spreadsheet. Like we're gonna have some words for. I will course
I
joking.
will say that will be really funny if it's the double organizer match in the finals. Also considering that we are the only two organizers who are in the tournament. So yeah.
I'm gonna. If that happens, I'm gonna convince Tracy to join SGL, and then we'll meet in finals. That's how it works, right?
That'd be funny.
That would be really funny. But yeah, again, congratulations. Give a shout out to our runners in the chat if you enjoyed the show. The links to their Twitch channels are there, as well as myself, Pumps, and Fishing Boo. Again, can't thank Fishing Boo enough. Does a ton of tracking with us, always very helpful, very good. The buttons get pressed exactly when you expect them. And yeah, once again, GG's to you, as well as our other runner, Audra. Another top 4 finish for her, but not quite to the finals. We'll see how the other series goes. It is on the schedule for 10 a.m. Eastern on Sunday. So pretty good time zone for like everyone that isn't Nevdi. So sorry, Nevdi, but everyone else gets to watch that'll be around. And yeah, should be an amazing show. And yeah, I guess we got 2 series left. We might have to start playing some sad music to commemorate the end of this. I don't want it to end. Can we just like put a losers bracket together and continue this forever?
I mean, there's still
gosh.
Mappo, and then the live series, which hopefully will have a decent amount of people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, SG Live, and then whatever tournament happens next. So yeah,
I will
But
try
yeah,
to get
also-
some more information out to people quickly.
I guess
as
I do
far
have one
as
last
SGL
thing
is
to say.
concerned. Yeah, go ahead.
Kirby Ship gave me the win. I really shouldn't be attributing it to anything else. That's it.
I think plenty of people have some flex emotes that you can put in chat for that. But yeah, thank you, MM2, and once again, congrats and good luck in the finals. I think I've said everything I want to say. Thank you for joining me, Plumps, and I'll let you get us out of here.
Yep. Thanks again. Yep. That's pretty much it for me too. And thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll see you on Sunday for the second semifinals. Later.